Hello everyone, my name is Cody Powell and welcome back to my channel. I'm still here. So today what I want to talk about is the core of how to cope with anxiety. So in my last video, we talked about what anxiety is. So anxiety is really the body's response to danger. So it is anticipation of something threatening in the future, right? So fear is something that is present, it is dangerous, and it's harmful to us. So the difference is of course, anxiety is in the mind, and anxiety is anticipation of things like danger or loss of status. What if this happens? What if this happens to one of my loved ones, right? So it's a thought process. So again, some of the anxiety symptoms are really uncomfortable. Let's just review them here. So restlessness, racing thoughts, racing heart, dizziness, chest pain, right? You can have this really shaky kind of, hurt feeling in your stomach. And so this is what anxiety is. Anxiety is very difficult. If you want to know more about that, see my other video of understanding anxiety. So now what I want to get to is the core of how to cope with anxiety. So the first thing you have to do is you have to start taking responsibility for your anxiety. So it's real easy to blame it on something else. It's my parents, it's the way they raised me, it's my genetics, it's any of these number of things. Now, do these things play into anxiety? Absolutely. But in order to start coping with anxiety, you've got to start taking responsibility for how you feel, okay? You have to start committing to feeling better. Commit to learning coping skills over time. Because as you learn coping skills, you're going to get better at coping with these things, okay? So another thing that I would like to talk about is uncertainty. Now, why is uncertainty so important to this? Well, uncertainty fuels the process of anxiety. So uncertainty really is unpredictability, it's doubt, it's not knowing what's going to happen in any given situation. It's the what if. The uncertainty is the seed of anxiety and it fuels the process. So what we then have to do, and this is really hard, it's really hard to do, but you have to start to begin to accept uncertainty. Accept uncertainty. Accept that you don't know what's going to happen in any given situation. Now, put another way, this is learning to tolerate not knowing. So for example, if you were worried about one of your family members, right, and you were worried something was going on in their lives and you didn't know what to do, you have to accept that there are some things out of your control. In order to start managing anxiety, you have to commit to uncertainty. Now, how many of us do this constantly? How many of us do this 100% of the time? I sure as hell don't, right? But it's remembering, wait, hold on a second here. There's something fueling the process of anxiety in my body, in the thought process that's going on, and I have to remember that that's uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen. So you then have to start becoming aware of what's in your control and what's not in your control. So what are the things not in your control? Well, there's a ton of them, right? So the weather, your parents, the state of the economy, who's in the White House, other people, even your past mistakes. These are out of your control. You have no ability to control these things. So what we then want to do is become aware of what's in our control. So in this moment, what is in your control? Your focus is within your control. Being able to focus and watch something, watch this video, right? What you choose to think about. Do you focus on what's good in your life? Do you focus on gratitude for what's good in your life? Or do you then focus on what's wrong? Do you focus on, I can't fix this, I hate this, why does it have to happen this way? You have control over that. You have control over your focus. Now, I'm not saying that's easy. It's not easy. It's very hard. And that's why this takes practice, okay? These coping skills take a lot of practice. So also what's in your control is your choices, your thoughts, your attitude. So you can choose different choices and how to think and how to focus. Now, what happens when you focus on the things not in your control? We usually feel anxious. We can feel angry. We can feel upset. And part of that is that this is normal. So do yourself a favor and start noticing when you're fighting against reality, when you are fighting against what you can't control. And when you're fighting against that, remind yourself, wait, hold on a second here. This is uncertain. I can't control this. For instance, there's a siren in the background. I have no control over that, right? So we just start to accept what is in the moment. And these are the beginnings of the core skills that we're going to learn with anxiety. So with this video, remember to start tolerating not knowing. That is not easy, but it is essential for managing anxiety. So my next video, we're going to go deeper into coping skills. We're going to go into depth on what you can do to manage these broiling feelings inside you that are so intolerable. And until then, be good to yourselves.